I'm going to walk you through the steps of how I make a sample package. From time to time I'm asked to do package construction design for my clients and in some of the products that I make over the years in my toy business days. And I start out with Illustrator. Right here I'm laying out, that's the footprint of the package right there. And now that's the wall. And so there are the four walls in the bottom. I rearrange them once I know exactly what I want, but those are the shapes and pieces that I'm going to definitely need. How they're arranged in relationship to one another defines my die line, and that's what I'm laying out now is my die line. And those are my flaps, those smaller ones that I'm working with now. The flaps and the tabs are what keep the box sturdy. When you have a tuck top, it has to land against those folding tabs, otherwise the lid will just continue to go inside the box. Now I've defined my shape on my die line and I've made some colors. I'm just putting on some simple graphics really just as an example. And I've made what's called a fifth panel, and the package is going to have a cross-sell card up above it, and you'll see that in a minute. It's where my name is right now in the bottom portion of the screen. This is a window. I'm making a package for the pumpkins that I made in my last video. It's just an example. And this is going to be the cutout window. Those stars would be cross-sell, more branding, and right now I'm just putting on some graphics. I just wanted to show the relationship of each one of the panels to one another when the package is opened and laid out. This is a really important process to know and understand, as any graphic designer should. Any young graphic designer should learn this. It's one of the most important things you'll probably be challenged with most often as a young graphic designer, is package design. Now I went to FedEx Kinko's and I had the packages printed in real size. You can see I also had an insert printed, which is just a simple layout that I also made in Illustrator. I'm mounting this lithograph or this printout with spray glue to a chipboard, or in this case I'm using an E-flute, which is a corrugated board but very thin. And I got both printouts on one piece of board there. That's that thin E-flute I'm using. And I'm using a ruler to cut all my straights. I try and economize my movement around with the ruler. Try and get all the straight cuts in line. It also helps make for a straight package if you make all those inline cuts at the same time. And always cross your razor cuts. It allows the material to pull away. You don't want to tear it away. It makes for a sloppy package. So all those inside X-Acto cuts have little crossed edges. Right where they cross, the material falls apart. And I'm transferring my fold lines from the front of my graphic to the back of the package with my razor there, pre-folding everything. And I'm burnishing my fold lines using the back of the X-Acto knife. You could notice there I'm holding it and using the tightening knob on the back of my X-Acto knife. And what you do is you just crush the fibers and the paper will fold on those little fibers that you've influenced. I'm just using tape to reinforce the box. And I'm using my X-Acto knife like a little jigsaw to cut out that circle. Works best for me. And now I'm just test fitting the product. In this case I'm just using the pumpkins as a sample product. And this is an insert. Some inserts are on heavier board. In this case I'm using an insert simply for color. Again, I'm using the back of the knife to burnish those fold lines to influence them. And there it goes. And it's just for color. Sometimes you'll see a product vacuum formed to that insert card or zip tied. A lot of toy packages have the product zip tied to that inside package. And now this one I'm freestyling. I'm just using no ruler just to show you that it is possible. But it is very important to do all your fold lines with a ruler. I'll transfer all those marks from one side to the other with an X-Acto there. And then when I flip it over, I use the ruler and the back of the X-Acto knife to put all my fold lines in place, or to burnish my fold lines right here. And again, all lines that are in line should all be cut or pre-bent at the same time. Just makes your package look more square and sturdy. In the toy business, I made a lot of prototype packages. We had a pre-sale product in handmade packages to retail outlets. They didn't get to keep them and sell them, but they wanted to see what the product was going to look like. So it was important to get good at this. And this is the insert for that second package. This is a very important skill to have at your disposal, because if you wanted to present even just a simple gift to a friend, you could make your own package. But more importantly, if you're going to try and pre-sell something to a client, you could design your own box. And there I'm just showing you a little bit of an up close. And there you go. Sample packaging, handmade. Thank you.
If you liked this video, subscribe to our channel or send us a comment on Facebook or Twitter. Be sure to check out our other project videos or visit us on makezine.com.